Okay, hello there again, and we're here at Lava Camp Lake. It is August 14th, 2012, and we are here with
Rockstove.
Rockstove. Where are you from, Rockstove?
I'm from Madison, Connecticut.
Madison, that's a long way away.
It is.
Did you walk here?
I did not. I took an airplane.
Wow.
Got to look out the window at least.
But you walked on the plane?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Up and down the aisle.
They were wondering, well, who's this guy with the backpack walking up and down the aisle on the plane?
Yeah,
man?
exactly.
Yeah, right on. So he just got in this morning. They spent the night at Matthew Lake, and they came here, got a little bit fed, a little bit of something to drink, and they're just now getting ready to head out. And they were gracious enough to accept to do a interview, which is really cool, man.
Oh yeah.
With our PCT sign, yay! And so I ask this almost every hiker, what was your motivation? What prompted you to come out here and do the Pacific Crest Trail?
Oh geez. Let's see. My motivation for this was probably because, well, I'm from the East Coast, and I really wasn't a huge fan of doing the AT. I've kind of seen a lot of the terrain before, and I've been out west before, but never actually into the nature, and just wanted to kind of see something new and see what else the country had to offer.
So, what are the differences you see between the forests out here on the west coast and the forests on the east coast?
Well, for one, there's mountains. That's a big one.
Yeah, yeah.
There's still snow in the middle of August right now, and that's pretty awesome. We basically went sledding yesterday. That was a great time. And then, I mean, let's see, we just passed Crater Lake. We walked over a bunch of lava fields. I picked up these rocks I've never seen in my life, and now I'm carrying like a pound worth of rocks. Everything is different. It's exciting out here, whereas at home, it's home and it's just normal.
Yeah, right on. So what's the best part about the trail that you've experienced so far? I mean, what's the thing you're enjoying the most?
What am I enjoying the most? Probably waking up day to day in a new place and just knowing it's going to be an awesome day, and I'm gonna get to see some awesome stuff.
See, for you boys and girls planning on doing the hike, that's the attitude that you need.
Oh yeah.
You have to keep a positive attitude, and every day is a new adventure, because if you get yourself into a negative aura, then you know what, you're going to set yourself up for failure. So keep that positive attitude going. So I understand you have a story you'd like to share to our viewers.
I do have a story. So this is sort of a hiking story. It was while I was on the trail, at least. So I was hiking with medium pace and another guy a half mile. He's, just to clarify, he's not the guy that made the maps, and if you ever met him, he would clarify that to you as well, because everyone wants to ask, oh, are you the half mile that made the maps? Well, no, he's not. So at the time, he was section hiking, and we're all together, and we went into Tahoe together, and he had dehydrated all of his meals before he came out here, and he was carrying 3 weeks worth of food. And I remember maybe about a week before Tahoe just telling him, dude, because it was about to be his third week, in about 2 days the hunger is going to hit you, and you're going to plow through every single meal you have, and you're going to want to come into town with us. And sure enough, that happened. So we all get to the road in Tahoe, and we hitched in, which took a long time and really wasn't that fun. But we get there, we find something to eat really quick, and we're staying at the Budget Inn. We do all of our shopping and whatnot, and then it was time to hit the buffet. So we go over to, we rented a car actually, and we drove over into Nevada and went to Harrah's, the buffet, and one of the lines I can remember was, I was like, "Hey Mike," because that was his name, and I was addressing him as Mike. I was like, "You ever been to Nevada?" And he's like, "No, I've never been there. Like, it's somewhere I'd always wanted to go." And I was like, "Well, congratulations, you're in Nevada." And he's like, "No way, really?" He's like, "Yeah." So here we are in Nevada. We're at this buffet, and we all ate our brains out, and we were there for probably about 3 hours. The first 2 hours we were eating. And the last hour we were all sitting there just looking at each other totally miserable. So at that point it was like, alright, what are we going to do next? Time to go home sort of thing, get some rest. And medium pace is like, oh, let's go downstairs, we'll check out the casino. So he goes down and throws $1 and some penny slots and starts playing, and I'm standing behind there with Half Mile just watching him. And within 30 seconds he served a drink, and Half Mile's kind of like, this is how it works? Because he had never been to a casino before. Like, this is kind of cool. So I throw $1 in one of the machines and he throws $1 in, and it turns out we're all up to like $80 or something. And it's a casino, so of course basically we all lose it, but we're just having a great time, kind of just sitting there drinking, playing slots and whatnot. And I decide to move over to one of the blackjack tables, so I'm over there and Half Mile and medium pace are still playing at the slots. And I end up meeting this guy at the table, and it's kind of one of those opportunities where I knew we had to get back to the trail the next day, and getting into Tahoe was such a hassle, so I was trying to kind of work the guy next to me to be like, to get a ride. So we ended up working a ride out of this guy, and he's a cool dude. He's, I don't know, he had a lot of interesting stories behind him, but moral of the story is, if you're ever at the casino in Tahoe, sit down at a blackjack table, strike up a conversation, and throw a guy a $5 chip, and you'll get a ride back to the trail.
Right on, man. Good story. Good story.
So, yeah, end of that story. We ended up back at the hotel around 4:30 or so, and all left the next day pretty hungover, and then cooked some steaks on rocks. That's how I got my name, Rock Stove.
Yeah, right on, man.
Yeah.
So, how far are you gonna make it today?
We've come 3 miles so far today, and Big Lake Youth Camp is our next resupply, and I think it's in 12 or 13 miles, so we're planning on going there and hopefully making today maybe a total of 25 miles, so I don't know, an extra 20 miles or so from here.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for the interview.
You're welcome. Thanks
Rockstove.
for the lunch, and thanks for the breakfast and the sodas.
Hey, it's our pleasure, you know, and just pay it forward. Be nice to somebody else down the road.
Oh, will do.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching.